Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. Let's take it.
Good morning, everybody. I have been staying at the old Broken Cross in Rudheath, which is just on the outskirts of Northwich. I've been here for a couple of days. Managed to catch up with Moon Shadow. Went for a little drinky poos with them the other night. So yeah, I'm just going to head back up to the boat lift now to do water, because I've had water for a week, so it'll be getting quite low. So yeah, little cruise. It's a bit crisp today, but we're into January, and we're probably past the halfway point of winter. So yeah, let's crack on.
Ask me how we got here, 'cause you don't know how. You say we're taking on water, yeah, we're sinking now. You're looking all concerned, like we're gonna drown, but we both know how to swim. No worries, let's float for now. Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too.
So I'm not sure whether the camera will pick it up, but here's one of the signs warning the locals of steam vapour because of the big chemical salt factory tartar plants. Not because I'm vaping. And when it's at full tilt, yeah, it does not pump some steam out. But that's all it is, steam. So, presuming that's quite environmentally friendly. I don't know. I'd have to research more and I can't really be bothered.
You hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. Let's take it.
So, like I say, we're in January. Christmas has been and gone. I went home for Christmas. I went to stay with my daughter, Charlotte. Like you say, as I said before, because I didn't want her to run round after me. And I went quite early, to be honest with you. Basically because the service point at Anderton was out of commission. And it was out of commission for like 6, nearly 7 weeks. And every week the CRT would say, yeah, we're going to have to fix it today, and then they'd put an update on the website saying, yeah, we couldn't fix it today, we'll be back next week, we'll give you an update next Friday. And what CRT have a habit of doing is wait until about 10 to 5 on a Friday, banging the update on, which basically says, nah, we've not fixed it, we'll have a look at it next week. And of course they all go home at 5 o'clock, so nobody can complain. So it was out of action for, I'd probably say, nearly 7-8 weeks. And it was a bit of an emergency, really, because we had nowhere to empty our pots. Now I was lucky because I've got a spare pot, so I could stretch it. And I was very fortunate that a young lady on the boat behind me took me down to the service point on the River Weaver in her van. Thank you very much, Jackie, from the Narrowboat Pirates. And that sort of like saved me bacon a little bit. So in the end, I just ended up going home a little bit early. Because again, the pots were getting full and I had nowhere to empty them. And I could have driven down, and we were going to drive down to the service point on the Weaver to empty them, but then I just decided, do you know what, I'll just go home for an extra couple of days, and then as it turned out, the CRT in their wisdom fixed the service point on Christmas Eve, the 24th. So by the time I got back to the boat, I was straight down the service point, emptied all the what's-a-jigs, and yeah, everyone was happy. But it was a long time, nearly 2 months, for that service point to be out of action, and there's a lot of people relying on that over winter, and a lot of people in the marina behind the service point use that service point, and CRT just, in my opinion, just abandoned us. And I was going to complain, but then, you know what, I just couldn't be bothered, because I thought I'll phone them up and I'll give some girl on the end of the phone a load of grief, and ultimately it's not her fault. And the girls you speak to at the CRT, to be fair, and the boys, are actually very helpful, so I'm not going to give them loads of grief just around Christmas time, because that's not what they need, and that's not what they get paid for. So I was patient, they fixed it, so let's get on with life. Let's not look backwards, let's look forward. So yeah, nice Christmas at home. All the grandkids, got to see them all, and my eldest grandson Charlie got a dog for Christmas, and of course Senna likes puppies occasionally. And of course, after a couple of days, when the puppy realised that Senna wasn't actually going to kill her, then that was it. They were just fighting like cat and dog, having a whale of a time. So Senna enjoyed herself playing with the new puppy, and I enjoyed myself. It was nice. Grandkids loved it. Grandkids had a great Christmas as usual, because it's all about them, isn't it? New Year, well, I came back to the boat after Boxing Day. I went to my mum's on Boxing Day, and had a little brunchette thing up there, and then the following day I came back to the boat, fired it all back up, everything worked. Like I say, the services were back in action, so I went cruise to the services, and got all that sorted. So New Year, I was back on the boat, and I basically just spent it, me and the dog. We were moored up at Anston Boat Lift. I was the only boat there. There was a big wild house party going on across the water, and there were lots of fireworks around midnight. But apart from that, it was relatively quiet. I'd normally spend, as of late, most of New Year's on my own now, because I'm too old for partying. So, but it didn't bother me. I was quite happy. So that is where I've been up to, really. A pleasant Christmas, and I hope everybody else had a pleasant Christmas. A quiet New Year, and now we're into January, and I've just again pootled about. I'm on a pootle now up to the services to sort everything out. So yeah, very quiet and inconspicuous.
I drag you out your mind, and there are days I hate you, but baby, you're still mine. And then we have the best times, no matter what we do. And even when we don't, there's nobody I'd rather choose. Let's take it slow, where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it.
During in between Christmas and New Year, I got to see my friend MJ. He came down to the boat for a day, for an afternoon. Good to see you, Mike. I also got to see my good friend Linda. She came down to the boat with her fiance. Good to see you, Linda. Linda didn't approve of my artwork, my Gambian artwork, but I should have known. So I'll put a cloth over it next time you come, Linda, so we don't offend you. And while I was at home for Christmas, I had the use of the car. First time I've driven a car all year, since March. I'll be quite honest with you, I haven't missed driving a car. But yeah, so I had the use of the car, so I went to see Clive, my friend Clive. Not necessarily to see him, because he can come and see me anytime he wants, but to go see his mum, Elaine. Big shout out to Elaine. I've not seen her for a while. So I've got a nice beanie hat off you, although it's not cold enough today to wear it, I'm afraid. So yeah, good shout out, nice little visit, and it was good to see everybody. And I even went to work, and I sort of like I'd set myself a target of not going to work for nearly a year, because obviously I needed to recuperate from the stresses and strains of work. But yeah, it was nice to go and see everybody. Everybody was great. So yeah, really nice little visit, and I look forward to seeing them all again. Nothing really changes by the sound of things. It is all the same. I'm doing again, aren't I? We'll have an counter on to see how many times I can say So yeah, good visit, and hopefully stay in touch throughout the year. I just slipped a little in then, didn't I? I don't even know I'm doing it half the time. No more or I'll have to change the boat's name to the Big
Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me.
How are you? At the Broken Cross, there's 2 boats there at the moment. I might go back there myself. I might go back myself in a bit. Just gonna get some water.
I'm gonna go there for tonight and then go middle tomorrow.
Yeah. See you later. So some of you may have recognised Heidi there from Narrowboat Pirates on the Rum Wench. I've been mooring on and off near them for several weeks now. We keep passing like ships in the night. So yeah, lovely set of girls. Very helpful. Lovely boat. So yeah, I think I did say a statement then without saying her. So as you know, I have been supporting the local fuel boats and buying my diesel and coal and kindling from them once a fortnight. But the trouble is, so far this winter has been extremely mild, and although the fire's been on every night, there have been some days where I've not put the fire on until after tea. So my coal consumption has been relatively low. So as far as the fuel boat's concerned, that's not good for them, because they're looking to flog as much as they can over winter, because they'll go quiet over the summer. They'll still be selling diesel and stuff. So yeah, a bit disappointing for the fuel boats, I'm afraid. Sorry, if I can't burn it, I can't burn it. But yeah, they've still been coming once a fortnight. They have been absolutely fantastic. Big shout out to Four Counties Fuel and Narrowboat Halsall. And although I'm not seeing much of Bargus works the area further down the Shroppy, lower end of the Mac and what have you. But I have dealt with Bargus in the past, so a big shout out to them. They do a good service, and I have been literally mooring accordingly to their visits once a fortnight up to the area. So they came on Monday just gone, so I've got a week now where I can tootle about, but then a week on Monday I'll be back up into the boat lift area, the salt barge area, to receive my next delivery of coal. I might not need that much coal, but I will need some diesel. I skipped diesel this time round because going home for Christmas I didn't have to use that much because the boat was sat for a week on its own. So yeah, good old fuel boats, and they run all up and down the country. There's probably not many sections of canal that are not covered by a fuel boat, and to be fair to them, they do give a stellar service. So if any boaters or wannabe boaters want to support the fuel boats, yeah, do, because it's their only source of income is the fuel sales. Marinas and what have you will have obviously mooring revenue, chandlery revenue, and what have you, but the fuel boats don't have any of that. I mean, you can get the odd fender off them and stuff, but they're well worth supporting because they do keep an industrial element of the canal still alive, working boats. And there are no other working boats on the canal now apart from the fuel boats. So yeah, support them as best you can, buy as much fuel off them as you can, because it'll make their lives worthwhile and it'll make their jobs worthwhile. And I get the impression a lot of them, they don't do it for the amazingly high profits, because there probably aren't that many. It will be for the love of the job, but we've got to keep them going, and for that I would support a fuel boat any day of the week as best as I could. And in the summer I'm going to try and do that as best as I can. I did a little bit this summer, and as and when I saw them, but I'm going to try and research it much better, so that I know where they're going to be on my journeys. I know who they're going to be, because I think it's a worthwhile cause to keep them going. I was going to say, some would say it's possibly a dream job, but seeing how hard they work, and I've seen Halsall going past us at 8 o'clock at night when it's pitch black to try and get to where they need to be. So it might not be that much of a dream job, lugging 20-25k bags of coal around and everything, but like you say, I think it's a job you do for the love of it, not for the money. So let's support the coal boats and the fuel boats, and let's get as much as we can off them.
Winter's here, the snow is falling on our car as we drive for miles to that little town called home.
This is quite a pleasant stretch of canal that we sail into at the moment, so especially in summer. It goes right through the heart of Marbury Park, which is just near the boat lift. So yeah, very pleasant. It's a bit feeling sorry for itself at the moment because we're in the middle of winter, but in summer when it's all green and pleasant, it's very pretty.
Tinsel hangs from every corner of the house, and Christmas lights shine bright through the cold evening fog. And I hear sleigh bells bouncing off the halls as the church choir sings along. I feel my heart melt when you walk through those doors for Christmas.
I will turn around. Go down the lift, turn round.
Outside of mine or more here?
Yeah. I go to a lift, turn round, you know.
Sorry?
Not good a lift, turn around for all the tourists. Do an A1 perfect manoeuvre. So the service boat's got two boats on it, Moon Shadow and a little diddy idle duck. So I'll just whip up to the boat lift, spin it round, toot along back, and you never know, with a bit of luck, somebody might be nearly finished by the time we get back, and I can cruise into their spot. No rush. No rush whatsoever.
Christmas cheer and drinks with friends we haven't seen for a while, since I've been to that little town called home. Pine tree dressed up with every ornament we got, and stockings hung and overflowing from the top. And I hear sleigh bells bouncing off the halls as the church choir sings along. Feel my heart melt when you walk through those doors. For Christmas, you're all I want. All I wanted was you.
So we've made the turn. Just going to tootle back to the services now. With a bit of luck, idle duck or Moon Shadow will have finished.